All right, folks, we are now in process with our meeting with Etzion. It is March 29th, Friday. So Jay Baba, and we're talking about letters. I will call them up letters that Baba sent to Carrie Ben Shammai. We start okay. It'll take me a minute to call them up, Etzion, but I'll call them up. We can see them.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. You ladies know Ralph as part in our group. He was sort of casually reminiscing that he spent time with Carrie Ben Shammai. They went in the 71. They went to so I think maybe we can persuade him to tell some stories. That might be nice. He said, so who was it? Michal, of course, was really interested and wanted to know what was she like, and he said she was childlike. She was very simple isn't the right word. Just childlike is what he said. I thought that was interesting. I don't know. Is that your experience of Carrie?
Mine?
Yeah. Uh-huh. That was like a little girl, he said.
Yeah, very hard to define. Very hard, very unusual person. Extremely unusual person, like most of his mandali.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's being regarded as one of the mandali. The second, it's of course it's immaterial, all these things. She was totally in love with Baba. It was there was nothing in her mind besides Baba. That's it. He captured her. He captured her. He threw his net on her, enveloped her, and sealed her forever. That's it. To many people, he gives a leeway. She didn't have any leeway. It was a closed deal. That's it.
Right. 100% devotion from Carrie. Yeah.
And 100% devotion from Baba to her. He said to her also the very same thing.
Right.
I'm yours forever, he said. Unusual. Who knows what's behind the veil? How long she was serving him. To him, I wrote, maybe you should start reading I think the first or second Kerry update. That's interesting. I made updates on that story, and I'm giving portions of the two mails, letters Baba sent her, which are very interesting and very important.
I'm looking at them now, so I will share them. Yeah. The first one is 1958. Okay. Oh.
1958, yes, please. This is the very first letter which Baba sent to Israel, to Kerry, signed Baba. Not his personal signature, but it was not signed by Adi Omani, which these are usually the letters. And he gives her instructions. Now, what happened with these instructions, I don't know. Because why don't you go ahead and read it? Yes, please.
Dear Carrie, these instructions went worldwide. I know I had a friend who did this at this time. Anyway, the following are the orders I mentioned I would send between June 10th and July 10th. Dear Carrie, did I say that? For 40 days, beginning from July 14th, 1958. Repeat audibly but softly 500 times a day at one sitting, any one time during the 24 hours. Beloved God, thy will has come to pass in that all our Baba has declared will soon come to pass this year. 2. Give up one cherished item, that is, some special food or drink or smoking, etc. Carry on the rest of your activities as usual. You should not cable or correspond with me or Erich until informed otherwise. Love, Baba. You should not Let me see. I can't see this. You should not. Can't see what it said. Whoops. You should not. Sorry. Uh, write any inquiry to India in regard to above orders. Okay, so that's the first
I
one.
don't have any record in my archive concerning this letter, if she did it or not, or what happened. And I have been communicating with the Trust Archive, with Meredith, and she already sent me a bunch of letters that Carrie sent to Baba. Because I have all the letters Carrie received, but I have been looking for the letters Carrie sent. Then I would have the full spectrum of the picture.
So do you
So I have received already a bunch of letters, scanned letters, of course, from the archive in Meirabat. Have been communicating with Meredith Klein over this, and hopefully I will receive more. So it will be more clever eventually. What happened? You see, the things concerning this Baba's work in Israel keep on surfacing. It's a big deal to make a record of all these things. Very big deal.
right. Did you say people are surfacing? Is that what you said? People are something.
Part of my duties has been to collect all material concerning Carrie, to preserve her legacy.
Uh-huh. But you
So
have an important function, yeah, Etzion. You're very important there in Israel. Because archivist.
this was Baba's decision, not mine.
Yeah.
What has to do with me?
About the 40 days, I know they gathered at Maher Mount in California and did a 40-day. Oh, but I think there was a silence. Anyway, a good friend of mine who has passed, of course, was there, and I have had a few photos which I can't put my hands on. Margaret Krask also was there for that 40-day. I think it has to be the same time. I'm not sure about the silence part. Okay, but they did
no.
start 40 days. They must have. Okay, so I'll go on to the next letter.
I've entered also through my computer. So I will.
Oops.
Wait. Just a minute. Okay?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes, good now.
Now, what it is, I can share you my archive now because my computer succeeded to communicate with Zoom meeting. But I'm watching you through my telephone, which is clear for our communication. But I can share the screen. You want me to share the screen of the archive?
That would be good. Shall I read this letter first, though, and then I'll.
Yes. Read the two letters first.
Okay. This is April 22nd, 1966. My dear Carrie, your letter of 14th, addressed jointly to Mani and to me, was received and was sent to Pune, where beloved Baba is at present for his summer stay. Your letter was read to him and was also read by Mani, who noted the contents. Baba wishes me to write to you that he is happy with your love for him and indicated that you were his jewel. Beloved Baba wants you to know that there is still time for the project of his edifice to materialize and take concrete shape, and you should not worry about it and drop the idea for the present. Baba conveys his love and blessing to you, to your husband, and to all his dear ones in Jerusalem. Dear Carrie, you have been given a very nice compliment indeed by the beloved, and if your cherished dream does not come true now, you should not worry. Baba's will prevail in the universe, and when the time is right, who knows? But then there may be a structure in Jerusalem to perpetuate his memory and as a monument to his greatness and of the love of his lovers in the Middle East. With loving regards to you and yours brotherly Adi K. Irani. And then the P.S. Enclosed is a bill for $6 from Mr. Zion Ben Shmuel. Okay, so that's all I've got.
But what it tells also
Yeah, right.
that Baba was concerned for every coin exchange between the trust, Adele Walking, and Kerry Ben Shammai. Everything, he had to know everything. This is a letter from Baba.
Right.
It came to the notice of Baba. Baba most likely looked at it because Adikate typed it under Baba's supervision.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, he tells us how deep Baba's gaze was upon everything. He had to know everything. He gave orders. The library of Kerry Ben Shammai has material from the 20s. And she received it through Elizabeth and Adele, I believe, and others, by Baba's instructions. It tells how, yes?
You know, it reminds me that Baba said in the spiritual life, there's nothing, I don't remember the exact words, but the gist of it was that there's nothing that's insignificant. The little and the big, they're all important. He said it more eloquently, but you know, it was like a caution not to make these distinctions that this seems insignificant, but this is really important. No, it's all pieces of this great mystery and important. Because he knows, but we don't know.
Etzion, I was wondering about this structure that she talks about, or is it that edifice or the what structure in Jerusalem to perpetuate his memory? Seems to me.
I personally, I have no idea whatsoever about this.
Okay.
Never talked to her about this. And she had all kinds of ideas how to further Baba's cause in Israel. She was running around at 3 centers, and she was very enthusiastic and this and that. But eventually, when I met her in 1972, she was totally alone. There was nobody. And in the 60s, I have names of, I think, 8 people who were requested to send letters to Baba.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they did. I have the names. I have a list of names. And I've never met any of them. And
Well,
when I came, yes,
close this so you can share.
I just I connected my how you call it,
Maybe you can share.
my external disk. Just a minute.
So Carrie actually had some people then, besides herself. She had three
Yes.
centers in Israel.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. With at least a few people in each one.
Yes, but it all came to an end by the end of the 60s, to my understanding, that there was nothing anymore by then.
That's a lot of hard work on her part.
What's going on here?
I might have to quit sharing so you can share. I know you're on a different, yeah, I think that's what has to happen.
Just a minute.
Okay. It should say, if you share, it stops my sharing. It should tell you that.
Do you see what I see? No, you don't see. I don't know why I cannot.
Because I'm on. Here, let me get off. Oh, okay, and then we'll see. Now you see.
No, I don't. I don't see. I know what I don't see. Just a minute. I don't know what's going on. Too much. I don't see the. What I don't see is.
I think it helps if you open the document first before sharing.
No, the document is open. It is just something to do. Here it is. You have to enable me to share.
Of course. Okay.
No, I cannot.
Huh.
No,
What?
you didn't open it yet. It said I cannot share.
Okay, try again, because you are now. Oh, should be okay.
The host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, now if you stop. I don't know. See how, I stop and start over again. Start screen. You are no. You can.
Just for the record, I want to show you how many files we have. It took me months of work to scan the whole archive. I scanned every piece of paper. And I was told that the archive contains materials that people didn't see before. I gave it to David Fenster and the others and the Sufis, and they said they found material which they didn't see anywhere else.
Yeah, that was very generous. So you want to try again? You should be able to share.
Or maybe because I'm on two computers, on my telephone and the computer, something doesn't, because I cannot share over the telephone.
Oh no,
Never mind.
you can share. But through your computer though. That shouldn't be a problem.
Getting a sign, also disabled participant screen sharing.
Crazy. That's not right. Okay. Sorry, I have to go look in video, I guess. Security. Um, to share screen. Okay, you want to try now?
Okay, something is happening. Let me see now. You see this?
Yeah, no.
You don't see? I thought I was sharing the screen. So I don't know what's going on with this.
You share screen. Did you select the image? Did it give?
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Now you can, I guess you can see it now.
Yes, we see. Yeah.
This is the archive of Kerry Ben Shammai. See
Wow.
how large is it?
David Ben Gurion. He wrote letters to the politicians. She did.
She wrote a letter to David Ben Gurion.
What does that say? I'd be curious.
Where do you see the letter?
Up top. No. Oh, keep going. Oh, I saw it a minute ago. You need to scroll up a bit. Yeah. Maud Kennedy, letters from Carrie. Darn, there.
Here it is.
Yeah. Is that all right, folks? I'm just. Wow. I wonder
There's
if
a
you
signature. This is, you see this?
click it double, make it bigger.
Because on your side, you don't see what I see.
It's not big enough to see. We need to see the individual letter.
How do I see? Do I do it?
Click twice, does it make it bigger?
I made it bigger. It's full screen, but when I look at the telephone, it's only, I
Right.
see 5 little pictures. This is not, I think, just a minute. Let me see what I can do about this.
I think maybe the best way to do it is to enlarge the items before sharing. So, and you select them. You get a blue screen.
I don't know, it gives me some troubles here, this thing.
Oh, bummer. Well, maybe you could read it to us.
Oh, this is Tel Aviv, 1st of January 65. To Ruth Ben Shammai, greetings. I thank you for sending me the the booklet on Meir Baba. As a daughter of Rosenheim, he knew her father, of course, very well, because he was an important Jew in the beginning and middle of the 20th century, head of the Orthodox Judaism. As a daughter of Rosenheim, Jacob Rosenheim, Meyased, the founder of Agudat Israel, the religious party, Orthodox party. I don't understand why you adore somebody from India. Yeah. Adore more. I don't know, it's written something in Hebrew which I cannot read. I'm not sure what it is.
I don't understand why you would somebody from India.
Is the daughter of Hugdir. His grandfather was a great opponent of against the Hasidism, and he saw the Hasidism as heretics. From the great people of India, I admire only the Buddha. He was a rationalist. One, Saturday, and at the end he's telling her, you have to learn to write Hebrew. Sincerely, Ben Gurion. Interesting lesson.
He did take the time to write a thoughtful note to her, though. That's
Personal note. Yeah, he wrote her a personal note. This is quite unusual. Very unusual on his part, no doubt.
I think if we wrote a letter even to Joe Biden, certainly to Donald Trump, it would never get there. Somebody lower down would respond. Thank you very much.
If they will respond, most likely they get millions of letters every day.
I'm sure.
Now, this is a real treasure. These are the money collection. This is incredible. To read the money letters is like visiting artistic museum, art museum.
No, but you can't,
Every,
it's too bad you can't just double click and get a bigger picture.
I'm doing it, but you don't see it.
I see, we don't see it. Interesting. Huh?
I am really sorry about this. I don't know why is it.
I think maybe,
because here I clicked on one of the letters so you can enjoy the handwriting and the artistic hand of money, but I see it enlarged, but you don't see it enlarged. It's a pity. I don't know why it's doing it. I have no idea.
you have to go out and then enlarge it and then, so it's
No,
just,
I don't know all these little techniques. All these little things peculiar. I don't know why it's doing it. Not always myself understand what's going on with all these things.
that's
Now
quite,
you see it. Let's try our luck. You see, I clicked on this letter and he opened up, but not on your screen.
right.
He opened up on my screen. But what it is now, I don't see. I don't see your screen here. It's coming out of it. I don't understand why it's doing it. It's very strange. It's supposed to share whatever there is on the screen, but it doesn't.
Yes, that's right. Huh. I
What
think,
do you see now?
no. Mm-mm. Do you get the, when you click, let's see, when you start, do you get do you get the ability to select one item or a different item or?
I see the letter.
Right. Oh, well. You
But
could
what
read,
it is, I don't see you. I don't see the screen of the Zoom talk. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't understand it. What's going on with all this?
well, I think if you stop screen share, then open one letter.
Just a minute. Let me.
I'm guessing, huh?
No, I'm trying to open a letter. It doesn't do the trick. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But we can say you can enjoy the what at least like this. But when I switch, then you do see things.
What we are seeing is your entire screen. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't do what it
Yeah.
doesn't do what I want.
You had a great correspondence with lots of people. Wow. She was very busy.
Yeah, this is quite incredible. Hundreds. I
Yeah.
was working for months to scan the whole with a very high resolution,
Beautiful.
50 megabytes for posterity, so you can enlarge it, and
Right.
it is not being pixelated if you will magnify it as much as you want. Here you don't see it, but I magnify a letter and it's not being pixelated because it's most likely 50 or 60 megabytes. Unfortunately, I don't know how to share it
Each
because
one, but it's a lot of pixels.
yeah,
Huh.
each letter for money is a treasure. It's a real treasure. It's
That's a
quite incredible.
for you. This is a prodigious amount of work, scanning and archiving and organizing. That's
Yes, and delivering it to the public, to whomsoever was interested.
preserving and preserving. It will be so important one day. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Do you want to read the letter I sent, the update? I sent you update.
Oh,
of the story of Kerry Ben Shammai. His updates are very interesting.
okay, let me see. We'll have to find it.
I sent you the emails, a few emails I sent you.
I know you did. All right, let me search here. More stories. Is that it? Is that the one?
Yes, yes,
Okay. Carry more stories. Okay, good. I found more interesting material concerning Carrie. Found this passage in Phyllis Frederick's report of Baba's visits to the center in Myrtle Beach. It mentions Carrie and others who slept together in the lagoon cabin. Very interesting. Several other guests joined us that evening, asked by Baba to stay at the center. Some were squeezed. Now there's a asterisks here. I'm not, well, okay. Some were squeezed into the interview cabin. Stella, I think you may want to say Fernandez.
yes.
Yeah, Fernandez and her daughter, Carrie Ben Shammai from Israel, dancer Bunty Kelly, Peter Saul joined us too, and Virginia and Harold Rudd took over the boathouse on the lake with Baba's, all of those people in the boathouse. What? Oh, no, just the Rudds were in the boathouse. Okay. Late that night, there was a terrific electric storm. Bolts of lightning, like pillars of fire, plunged straight into the lake. I awoke and thought of the two in the boathouse and was glad I had given Virginia, who was carrying that special soul, that was Raphael, her son, my raincoat. In 1952, too, there had been terrific storms at the center. I'll never forget that one tremendous bolt that seemed a hair's breadth away. It came at the very instant Baba touched his foot to earth, and getting out of the car after his long day's work was done. This is now Phyllis. Oh, from The Awakener. Carrie story by John Mijak. Carrie was quite a fiery person. I spent years with her until I see. Oh, this is you. You're talking. Very
Yes.
nice. Carrie was quite a fiery person. I spent 14 years with her till I received her center during 1980. During 1979, she made her last journey to India. She ordered me to take her there. Her health was quite frail at that time, and shortly after she came back, she couldn't walk any longer. I enclosed her story as I managed to recover over the years. J. Baba Etzion. And then here's John Mijak. In the spring of 71, I came to Israel while on my way to India. Background for this is that it was my plan to travel overland to India with a friend, and we had stopped at the center in Myrtle Beach on the way. I should be sharing this here. I'm sorry, I'll share it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Um, uh, Elizabeth Patterson told me that I should go directly to India via plane because otherwise I would get stuck in Israel and never make it to India on that trip. I told her that I had no plans to visit Israel, which I hadn't, but as fate would have it, I did end up at Kibbutz Palmachim and stayed for 6 months. While I was there, I went to Jerusalem to visit Carrie Ben Shammai, and she graciously received me. We had a wonderful visit for the better part of a day. She asked me to sing Begin the Begin to her, and I did. She commented on my sandals, saying they looked just like the ones Baba used to wear. They were plastic, not leather, however. And then at the end of the day, she gave me a letter she had written to Erich Jesawala in a small pink envelope and directed me to give it to him directly, my hand to his. I tried to get out of it because at that point I wasn't too sure I would make it to India, but she would have none of that. She told me I was to keep it on my person until I saw Erich. So I took the letter, folded it once, and kept it in my wallet. The war broke out. I left for Piraeus on a ship from Haifa, brothers in Greece who I had to escort around Europe, and then finally home to the US. In other words, I did not make it to India. I carried that letter on my person for almost another 7 years until I made it to India in 1978. I met Erich and told him of the letter and its journey. He did not look too pleased to receive it, oddly enough, but he read it at that time. I do not know what was in the letter, but it seemed to be of a personal nature. That is my little story. Hey, Jack. Okay. Then, this is from Etzion. Thanks. Of course, I would love to hear the story, Etzion. John says, hello, I saw your website via Twitter, and because of Katie Irani's passing. I used to live in Mehrabad as a resident. In 1971, I spent about 6 or 7 months and met Carrie Ben Shabai, and I had a small interaction with her. If you are interested in it, I will tell you the story. It just struck me to offer it when I saw pictures of Katie. Well, this is the interaction that we just, oh, wait, here we go. Oh, Tim Busfield, wow.
Yeah, this is interesting letter.
Yeah, I met Carrie in Israel in 1980. She was in a desperate state. I was touring Israel and other countries with a play. I told Kitty Davy I was going to be in Jerusalem, and she told me where to find her. Not easy. I called the numbers, and the people who answered wouldn't tell me where she was. Then someone called and inquired if I was the American looking for Carrie. When I told them I was, they sent me to a remote part of the city. There I found what seemed to be a nursing home or hospital of some sort. The people there told me that she was crazy and could not have company. When I forced the management to let me see her, they led me to a locked door with one room. When I entered and told her that Kitty Davy sent me, she broke down in tears at my legs and thanked Baba over and over again. We spent many hours together, and she sent me on my way. Wow, 1980. I'm going to copy this because this man, Tim Busfield, I don't know if you know Rada in our group, Rada Del Martyr. He was her ex-husband. I want to show her this. Oh.
So
How
I shared this account in one of the sessions before. That this what happened after I took the Baba Center, and they had to put Carrie temporarily in a home in East Jerusalem. Where he met her was a home in East Jerusalem somewhere. I don't remember now, because we have the East Jerusalem and the West Jerusalem. West is mainly Jewish, and the East is mainly Arab, but not only. It's, some parts are mixed or whatever. It doesn't matter. And I said that after I said that before, I took care of Carrie for the full year and I brought her into India. And after she came back from India, I was her personal attendant for 1 year. It's written in the update, which you will hear, update 1 or 2, the updates, which I wrote as a Word document. These are emails, which I exchanged with the people. This is due to the fact that I was asking people if they can offer some comments about Carrie after the stories about her were publicized in the Baba World, etc. So we kept on collecting material. Maybe there are more issues will come eventually after all these sessions. It's interesting, and what happened is that Carrie felt, in spite of all the care she received, as if Baba abandoned her. She was forsaken. That's what this letter is telling. by Tim, that she fell at his feet. At last, Baba knows what I am. I'm existing. He didn't throw me to the garbage. That's what it felt. It feels. And she was looking after her. She was in acute suffering. She couldn't walk anymore. And you see, she was a dancer. She danced before Baba and all these things. She was like a Mercury, this woman.
When now this was written and this happened in 1980. When did she pass?
86.
So she had 6 more years.
6 more years she spent in the home. And there, this, of course, it's in my recollection. So I told about this. There was not much to say, but I could say each time I used to come and visit her in the home. I used to travel from Jerusalem to my hometown, and her where she stayed, the home was in the middle. So I used to make a stop there. It was on my way to my hometown, where my parents lived, so I used to go and visit them. So every couple of weeks or so, I would see her. And once I brought Don Stevens to meet her,
You
brought him
did
to the home.
to the
Yeah,
home.
but it was sometime during that time, early 80s, Don Stevens came to Israel. He had some business with the academy, with the university, whatever. He was participating with some issue which he didn't tell me. So when he came to Israel for one of his meetings with university people, what was exactly the issue, I don't know. But we, of course, went to see Kerry. I remember it very well. And when I was doing my translation works, he gave one of he had to make sure that my translation is correct. So he gave it to a top expert in Israel. It's on my website.
Yeah.
And this top expert in Hebrew said that my translation is, he gave it as a very high score of accuracy.
Oh.
That's what he said. That's for the record. It's on my website. You see, there should be a letter from Don Stevens, if I'm not wrong. Doesn't matter. It matters well, maybe.
So Etzion,
So,
I know you took care of Carrie for a long time. Would you say that you took care of her until it became too difficult, too impossible? Would you for you to?
during 1980, he met her. She spent a few weeks in her home before she was delivered to her place, her last residence, for the next 7 years. From 80. After that, a couple of weeks after that letter, she was transported to the home. This is Jerusalem, and she was transported to a city by the name Petah Tikva. It's eastward of Tel Aviv, somewhere, 20 kilometers east or so from Tel Aviv, half an hour drive. And there she stayed till she passed away. It was a religious Orthodox home because she was the daughter of the Jewish Pope, as I told you.
Wow.
I later on, I made, during my inquiries, I went, I communicated, I was locating family members, and I interviewed them to receive more material about the Rosenheim family from where she came, her important father, and Oner, and just to add more material about her, but it didn't change, it didn't surprise me too much. but it was interesting. I didn't spare any effort to collect more material about Kerry
Yeah,
in Israel, in abroad, etc.
yeah. You have a prodigious archive. It's wonderful what you have on your website.
I tell you what I'm going to do with you. You will send me your address, and will mail you the discs. So you can share it directly from time to time. We will take something and share it because it's very interesting and would make our sessions more.
Now, what is on the discs?
I'll send you the discs, the DVDs, or I'll mail you a disc on key or something like this. I'll mail it to you. So I can say if I have a problem sharing, you don't have a problem sharing. Whatever the situation system is.
Okay, so okay, all right.
Okay,
Really,
we'll enjoy it. Or
my-
we'll have an additional backup. You
I
know, a while ago, I think I sent the discs only to now Sharon Anzar,
ah
and I sent it to the Sufis. I don't think I sent it to the Meir Center, but I'll send it to you.
okay.
I will copy it and send it to you.
Yeah,
It'll be a real delight for you to read the letters for money. It's real artwork.
okay.
Any sign she made, incredible person, unbelievable.
Okay. Wow. Etzion, I'm thinking to maybe close now. I just was sort of trying to keep it as about an hour now, because only because we have another meeting, and
Right?
frankly, no, the Huey's meeting comes up in 45 minutes,
Right?
and I'm thinking that maybe we could come to a close now. To
Okay.
idea of keeping it about an hour or so, because
Fine.
I'm sorry, you could go on all day. I know. I, however, am sort of fading.
All day, all month.
No, I need to hire another host to accommodate you. Uh, um, so my apologies. I guess I just need, yeah,
It's just fine.
yeah,
1 hour is more than enough.
yeah, yeah. This is fascinating stuff. It's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, I will.
Thank you very much. So, shalom.
Sorry, ladies, if I'm being abrupt here. That was my thought, to keep it to around an hour. And thank
I
you.
have to leave anyway. Thank you.
Okay, so maybe it's timely. And
So we will meet in 45 minutes
yes, yeah, right.
because I certainly will come to enjoy the Yui.
Yeah, to enjoy the Huey, exactly. Yeah, I should add your name to his list. He sends out a link. Let's see, how does this work? Oh, yeah, yeah. Can you just log back on? Come back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I will log.
Good.
Yes, of course I can log back. No problem.
All right. Yes, come back and enjoy the Huey. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Etzion. This gets better and better. Oh, so interesting.
Yes.
I'm glad.
We'll keep on digging. There's no end to it.
Yeah,
Believe me.
no, you keep saying you have the archives, but it's wonderful for you to go through it and show us and talk about what's there. That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. Since we had this problem of sharing, I'll send you a disc.
Okay.
Then you can enjoy it. Second, you will be also keep it for safekeeping. So we live in another place, and you can share. We can decide go over the many interesting letters. The
Lovely.
letters from Barbara Adike, the many letters from mainly from Adike, Adele Walking. 2002, I made a tour in the United States, and I went specially to Los Angeles to meet Adele Walking. I spent a few days with her. it was quite strange because I didn't feel going to visit. I didn't visit the center. I
Really?
felt I should spend time only with Adele and not to go anywhere else. She was
Oh,
very special, did special, very special work for Baba.
fiery
Um,
woman, another fiery woman, Adele.
It was very special spending some time with her, and
Nice.
she had an active part in the center. Quite unusual personality.
Uh-huh.
Baba has his own
Well, they're all unusual.
unusual. I don't know how to call it.
Yeah.
Some a gallery of unusual personalities, to say it in a very modest, I should call it. Never mind. I almost said something maybe you shouldn't say. Very, very special, very unusual human beings.
Okay, then. Ralph,
See you
wouldn't you?
later.
I'm just signing off now.
Okay.
Your
How
timing's
are you? Hi, Etzion. Jay Baba.
Hey, Baba, my dear. See you later.
I've been working. I've been working. I didn't have the opportunity to join you.
Huh.
Okay. Thanks, Betty. Thanks, you. Yeah.
Huey is coming on in in about half hour. Huey, 40 minutes. Huey, you know Huey's meeting?
Yes.
Oh, is he back? Are they back?
They're back. Uh-huh. So
Okay.
come
See you
back.
later.
Yeah, see you
Well,
later.
you were kind of doing it. You were doing it most of the weeks, weren't you? That they were gone,
It was only the
Betty.
sub. Yeah, I was, but now it's Huey. Huey and Jeannie are back.
How did it go? Did people come?
Yeah, uh-huh. They did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
Betty.
trying to work on my on the electric fence. I don't know if it'll go on.
Boy,
See what happens here.
it's terrible.
I gotta hit the books on something.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
my internet's bad again. All right.
voices.
Bye-bye.
J Baba, Ralph. All right.
Say
Bye-bye.
Baba.
See you
Say
shortly.
Baba.